Hey everybody, this is GameFreak10124 and welcome back to my 100 subscriber special, speedrunning the Subspace Emissary on easy difficulty. Let's get right into it with the Battlefield Fortress. This one is the first one of the first of several stages throughout Subspace Emissary that can be very annoying on higher difficulties, particularly intense difficulty, because of a specific portion of the stage, and I'll point that out when we get to it. But of course this is easy difficulty, I talked a bit too fast there. So it will be easy enough for me to be able to just speedrun through this, which isn't saying too much because that's the case with all of this. And Armites is another one of those very, very annoying enemies, especially on the higher difficulties. That one have been... I don't think that would have knocked them back as much or kept them flinched for as long if this was higher difficulty as well. Meta Knight or Mars? I'll go for Meta Knight. Doesn't really matter on the easier difficulty, but there's one thing I'm of course wanting to show off with Meta Knight. And there's a part of this coming up after this where it will work out well. I still don't know to this day why Meta Knight is apparently so broken in Brawl. I do know his neutral air is really, really good for knocking out enemies in Subspace. Go away, you stupid buckot! They definitely gave Meta Knight a much needed improvement to his neutral special and ultimate. It's really good for launching now. I want to say it may have been decent in Smash 4, but it's really good for launching at Ultimate. That much I can say. Give me the Star Rod. Here we go. Fly, Meta Knight, fly! But this section right here is the first of several sections in the game that is very annoying on intense difficulty because of how big the room is from this to the next door, and the fact there's some really difficult enemies to deal with, this being the first of them, these stupid auto lances. It's very, very easy to lose all your lives and have to start at the beginning of the room. This is the first one of these rooms on intense difficulty, so it's a royal pain when you have to deal with it. I know going through this stuff and it happening to me doesn't upset me hardly at all anymore in general, and especially compared to what it used to, but doesn't mean that it's the thing you want to have happen. Another thing is this creep right here. Like, all enemies are a threat to some extent and on intense difficulty, but stuff like those, I can't remember the name of it because there's, oh yeah, I'm trying to remember its name. I know it's just on screen. You guys can't hear me as well. I'm laying back for a little bit because my body is telling me I I just think of one thing when I looked at that primitive though, and that is, every time you, I'm not sure if it's turned the system completely off. I want to say it is. I think every time you turn the game off, the primitive eyes change what they look like. This part right here, I think it's the final part before the door, but like these armites, the auto lances, it's really easy to freaking lose all your lives because of the crap before this, and then they put this at the very end. The auto lances are a very annoying enemy to deal with. I must turn my nade around, even at the cost of not being able to make myself fall as fast. Do not enter that door. You guys can if you go back through and want to 100% this, but for the purposes of this speed run, I did not want to go through that door. That's why I said it out loud to myself, so it was like, do not enter that door. And maybe force of habit because of how many times you've gone through Subspace Emissary. Don't you dare enter that door. Come on, Mr. Saturn, go for a minecart ride with me. It'll probably never happen, but it would be absolutely awesome if Nintendo would remake the Subspace Emissary. Like, all the backgrounds and the platforms, everything would look gorgeous. That'll probably never happen, but that's one thing we can hope for. Like, even if they keep the cutscenes cut out and it's just the stages, it would still be awesome to be able to go through this with all the characters. I could go with Light, but I'm gonna switch, or I'm gonna stay as Meta Knight. Now, for a specific part of the next stage, we'll see these three in that stage. I will go ahead and use Ike for my starting character there. Is what I would say, but for the sake of speedrunning, I'm better off going with Meta Knight than Ike or Marth. Also, stupid poison mushroom. Nagagogs aren't too hard to defeat, but be careful of them, much like most enemies, be careful of them in higher difficulties. By higher, well, most of the time, if not all of the time, when I say higher difficulties, I mean very hard and intense. Trophy stand trophy. What happens when you use a trophy stand on a trophy stand? Nothing. It doesn't give you the trophy stand trophy. And that makes me sad. I want a full frickin' version of that little western sounding remix, small portion remix of the Luigi's Mansion theme that plays in that cutscene that I skip over. So you guys can hear the awesome soundtrack for this stage. I'm actually going to turn off the commentary, so I will see you guys at the end of this stage with commentary. So you guys, oh no, I'll repeat that after. But I really love the soundtrack. It's a remix of a soundtrack from A Link to the Past, but I love the absolute crap out of the soundtrack. It's really epic and really good. So again, I'm going to cut the commentary, and as I was about to say previously, I will see you guys at the end of the stage for more commentary. Alright guys, I'm back with commentary now that that's over. It's a snake in a box. I will give it very small 5 to 10 second tease here. Har har. And that's it. That's all I have to say here. The design of her suit is so much cooler in Smash 4. I like the color blue a little bit better in this, but... Oh, also, here we go again with my automatic instinct to go for 100% as opposed to freaking speeding through. I want to say I'm probably better off using Pikachu, so crap. I think I just made a mistake. I should have frickin' been Zero Suit Samus, and there's a reason for that. Dang it! Also, sorry, I'm sure that was a bit loud there. And I think that's this first room I'm going into as well. Well, in that instance, I'm gonna get to the frickin' enemy gauntlet coming up. And after I'm done taking care of it, I will frickin' fall into the pit to frickin' spawn Zero Suit Samus. I hate to frickin' not be Pikachu though, because his neutral air is really good, but there's a thing I'm wanting to show off. And not just show off, but just do in general for the sake of the playthrough. I didn't mean to throw it upwards, whatever. No, I do not want that stupid poison mushroom. Why does a poison mushroom have to spawn now? And watch. Okay, good, the urine didn't block it. There we go. What I'm doing here is, like, see that door right there, and normally you have to use that key to get this door and then go back that way to the turret, rotorette, whatever the enemy's called, and then get another key. But if you do that, then you can just use the one key, and when you go back to where that door was I just showed off, the door will be gone. So it's a little speed run trick you can do there to bypass having to go through that door. But you can only do that with Zero Suit Samus. You can't make that with Pikachu. I want to say the only way you can make it with Pikachu is if you either get a bunny hood to drop or a super mushroom to drop. And another way to get knocked up there is on the higher difficulties. If one of those rods hit you, sometimes you can get lucky enough to get flung either to the right or left up there, or while you're up there, use Pikachu's up special to be able to get in one of those areas to stay up there. Or maybe a side special, but the up special is your better way of doing that. I'm going to be kicking back again. Oh, great. Whatever. I don't care too much I lost her. I only wanted her for that, key skip anywhere. That's another thing. Use Pikachu that's slender there. Knock out those blunders without having to wait for them to come down. Hope you guys can hear me well enough because I need to kick back right now. My body won't allow me to not kick back. Okay. Going on 18 minutes, not bad. Considering I did the Battlefield Fortress, which is a, I I think that's what it was called. The one with Martha, it's not actually called the Battlefield Fortress, which is a decently long stage. And then this one, which I want to say is a longer stage than the last one with Link and Yoshi. Yeah, those rock launchers are another enemy that's annoying in higher difficulties. I could say very hard and intense, but it's a bit faster to just say higher difficulties. Stupid buttons, get out of my face. Here's what I was talking about previously in the last video with grabbing metal fragments. You can't make them flinch, so this is a good way to take care of them. Because, well, you can't make them flinch with smash attacks, but if you grab them, you can make them unable to move for a little bit, allowing you to freaking knock their damage, whittle their damage down while they're recovering / getting back up. Go away, you evil rock launcher. And if you guys haven't noticed by now, yes, I am using just the Wii Remote playlist. That may sound awkward to be playing a Smash game with just the Wii Remote, but hey, I'm able to make it work and make it work well. I could go with Pip, but I'd rather be Mario. Come on, really? Can you not be easily distracted by items? No. Sorry, Mr. Saturn, you gotta go. It's not your fault. Another example of the Shadow Bug characters having better AI. Smarter AI, whatever. Yeah, I was debating a little bit, but Mario again. I should have used Pit in the first one, but oh well, no big deal. Oh, also, actually no. Come to think of it, I think I know what the next stage is. I don't mind it in general, but it's not one of my favorite stages. There's nothing wrong with it, it's not difficult or nothing, it's just, I've never cared. I can't say never cared for it, I've never been crazy about it, let's put it that way. I know I'm playing as Mario, but Mario, how could you knock Yoshi out like that? Of course, Link's the one wanting revenge, not understanding the situation, not because he wasn't there, and then thinking that Mario did that to Zelda when it was nothing but shadow bugs, and it was Bowser's doing, I think. For this, I would be Pit, but I'll be Kirby. There's a reason why, but anyway. Bomb beds, they're not too bad to deal with, but as with all enemies, be careful of them in the higher difficulties. Kirby spazzing out. Somebody help. The only way to cure him is to give him an apple from Whiskey Woods. Starrod. That would have been nice to have had that super mushroom that fell. Oh well. Go away, Bombed. Now it's time for a slow auto-scrolling section, my favorite. Might as well use this to show off all Kirby's tilts and such. As much as I can, anyway. What's awesome is that instead of this being Kirby's dash attack, they changed it back to burning from melee and ultimate. Go away, kissy face. There's no queen jellyfish here. Mr. Saturn Trophy, how appropriate. Time to go into the cave. What are we all even after anyway? Instead of walking in there, why don't you guys hijack Wario's vehicle right there? Be Pit, because I haven't used Pit that much so far. Ah. As I've apologized for in the past, guys, I'm sorry for the lack of commentary, but I don't have too much to say. There's always plenty I could think of to say and talk about, but I'd rather focus on this and only point out things of interest. I know being 100 subscriber special, I should make this more interesting and talk more, but oh well, it is what it is. I know it's going to make the next video a bit lengthy, but I am going to go ahead and probably do the next stage after this one and leave it at that. And of course it's implied you have to go through all these doors, but just go in the upper door regardless of the difficulty. Why go through the extra crap when it's not necessary? Oh, and also let you guys know ahead of time, there's nothing in the bottom and middle doors that you need for 100%ing purposes either. Another thing I haven't done yet, Smash Ultimate, that I'm very much looking forward to eventually doing is looking at all the new Palutena's guidances and Snake Codec conversations. Tornado Kirby. One of my favorite Kirby abilities. Celeste, not to be confused with the game Celeste. Or Celeste, however that name is pronounced. And of course, once again, going for Pokemon Trainer because Squirtle is faster than Lucas. But of course, this will be the last stage of the video. Shell pod. What kind of iPod is that? It's not an iPod, it's a generic iPad. The shell pod. What? This is another annoying enemy in higher difficulties. There's a couple instances where it's most annoying, and I'll point them out when I get to them. Also, for 100%ing purposes, go down this pit right here in front of that, as you can see that platform. I wasn't trying to go down there, but the freaking Borboris blew me that direction. But yeah, you go down further that way where that platform was, there'll be a door. Go away, puppet. It's not, but the puppet enemies totally look like they are something out from the Legend of Zelda games. I'll cut the commentary here so you guys can hear this awesome Mario. Actually, you know what? No. I'll do that for the next stage that has this soundtrack. Right now, I'm going to keep the commentary going. Which, that stage will be in the next video. But for now, I'll keep the commentary going. Come on. Stupid liar. Another difference between lower and higher difficulties, and there might be some instances where it's only intense difficulties, if not all, but there's some instances where there'll be more enemies on the higher difficulties. And of course, me using the Wii remote is part of the reason you guys aren't hearing the controller being pressed nearly as much, if at all, like when I've recorded stuff, Wii U games and Switch games. Honestly, particularly the Mario Kart games I've done so far. Fire-based enemies such as the Glires and the Fire Pyramids, you can, if you use Squirtle's water gun and Mario's flood, it will actually do damage to them. When, of course, those attacks normally don't do any damage to enemies or opponents. Now here's an instance where I'm going to be using Lucas, because we're fighting... Oh wait, not quite yet. I'm Squirtle, I'm a Koopa Shell. I'm Squirtle, I'm a Koopa Shell. I'm not sure who I am. I have an identity crisis going on here. But yeah, here's an instance where I'm using Lucas because knocking my water bottle over or fighting Wario. It can be a bit of a pain on very hard and intense difficulty. Stupid Wario, die. I need to end the video. Well, I see it's not even at 35 minutes yet, so it's not going too bad on time. Kind of surprised that killed him. Probably wouldn't have been as surprised if I could actually hear the game, but oh well. Skip movie. King of Red Lions. Chef Kawasaki. Anyway. Save the game. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you guys all enjoyed this video. Sorry for the bigger lack of commentary, but that's gonna happen in these Subspace Emissary videos, both in this playthrough and the eventual intense playthrough for the actual Let's Play. But anyway, again, repeating myself, I hope you guys all enjoyed this video, and I will see you guys next time for more of my Subspace Emissary easy difficulty speedrun. That is my 100 subscriber. That is my 100 subscriber special. Bye, everybody.